Check, 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 check. All right. The mic is on. Let me go over here. Sign in with Google. Boom. My account. I'm pretty sure I already made a template, right? Why is it telling me I didn't create? What? Pretty sure I made a template for this already. Am I in the wrong account? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Okay, I was logged in with my Twitter profile instead of my Google profile. So that completely explains it. That should do it. I mean, I don't really want to be in Twitter. Hello? There we go. There we go. Yeah, because I really didn't want to remake that whole tier list. All right, boys or girls, doesn't matter who's watching. So today, last week we had a new horror movie, Bring Her Back, and I wanted to do a live stream for a while, but I just didn't have anything to do live stream about. I want to do a tier list live stream for a while, and that's how I hold on. How do I shoot? There we go. That's how we do it. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. That's how the Create a Horror movies from the 2020s tier list happened. This is every horror movie that I've seen that have been released in the 2020s. Here's every single one of them, and we're going to put them on the tiers. We got Horrific, which is S tier, Great, which is A tier, Scary Good, which is B tier, Creepily Mid/Bad, which is D tier, and Terrifyingly Awful, which is the F tier. And then along the way, if anybody's got any questions, we'll do like, how many's in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's say let's do 10 at a time. And then if anyone's got any questions in the comment section, I will answer them. It's going to be a busy day for the channel. You know, I'm going to have the John Wick ranking releasing this weekend or this week or today is what I'm trying to say. And then I filmed the second episode of my podcast last night. I got to get that edited. So, yep. I had to check a message. I'm actually going to go to YouTube real quick, make sure I am live. And I might have to run and get a water. Real quick, make sure I am live. I am live. Bada bing, bada boom. And then we're going to go ahead and get started. But before I get started, I'm back. Wow. It's kind of weird that we've been live for 7 minutes and haven't even started on the tier list. But let's get started. I'm not going to spend too long talking about each film because we got 70 something movies here. But without further ado, this is every horror movie that I've seen that have released in the 2020s tier ranked. We got Y2K to begin out with. I know, I'm a fat guy. I'm fat, okay? I'm trying to catch my breath after the stairs there. All right. Y2K was a movie that released last year. I was looking forward to it. I really was. I thought it seemed like an interesting premise for a horror movie. I liked some of the actors that were in the movie. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out for me. I wasn't the biggest fan of Y2K. It had its moments when it's characters running away from the evil robots. It's pretty fun, but the characters aren't all that likable. There's a romance here that you do root for, but the story, the pacing of the movie just wasn't all there. And I kind of left like, okay, that's kind of just a generic horror film when I was expecting it to be something else. So something I'll probably never watch again. Something that I was like, okay, it's mid. It's going in the creepily mid/bad tier. Then we got Cuckoo, another horror movie I was really looking forward to because one of my favorite film critics, Cody Leach, said it was one of his favorites. And let's cut right to the chase. It's going, again, in the creepily mid/bad. I don't think it's awful, but it feels like it's a movie that has its moments. It really does. But the overall movie wants to be more of a weird look into whatever it's trying to do. There are moments when the weirdness really works. Like, oh, that's interesting. That's something we haven't seen before. And then there's other moments where the weirdness is just like, yeah, the characters are doing this and they're acting like not real people and it makes no sense what they're actually doing in the movie. And it just like creates this weird, yeah, it's something that's awesome here. And then like next 5 seconds, you're going to get something that's really weird and like, what are we doing? And I just left the movie like, it ended off on one of those awesome things. I'm like, okay, that was fine. But I just left the movie just, again, another very disappointing experience with another horror movie. So we got our two creepily mid-bad. I think it's worse than Y2K. I'd watch Y2K over it. You know what I wouldn't watch over it? Old, which is going to be last place on this tier list. I hate Old. And just so you know, these are all randomized. I didn't put them in this specific way for a reason. Completely randomized. Old is awful. I've seen it twice and I've hated it every time. There's only been 2 movies that I got out my phone and wrote a letterbox review while watching, and that is Old and X-Men Dark Phoenix. And both of them are pretty awful movies. So, it's going in terrifyingly awful. The script, the characters, nothing is likable in the movie. It's doing some body horror stuff that's just more gross than creepy. The twist here, it's interesting idea, but the execution isn't good whatsoever. So this is a movie that every time I watch it, I just get bored and it's boring. There's nothing going on and it's an hour and a half and it feels like 4 hours. And I'm just bored out of my freaking mind with Old every time. It's going to end up dead last. It is going to be dead last this entire tier. I hate the movie Old by M. Night Shyamalan. Now, I'm not even a Shyamalan fan to begin with. Like, his last 2 movies have been his 2 best movies, in my opinion. Like, he's starting to turn around for me, but I was never really the biggest M. Night Shyamalan fan. That one's by far his worst movie. And then we got Army of the Dead. And finally, we're getting into a couple of good movies. I really enjoy Army of the Dead. I really love zombie movies. This one is zombie movies, but in Vegas at a casino. It's more action than horror, but it's a zombie movie that's a horror subcategory. So I figured I would put it on this list. But we got actors we like. We got cool action. It's a Zack Snyder movie. And Zack Snyder, while I'm not the biggest fan of his, do think he can make some good movies. And this is one of my personal favorite movies from him. I do really like this movie. It's not going to hit that horrific category for me because it's just a fun movie. It's not something that I'm like, okay, this is top tier, but it is one of the best Zack Snyder movies in my opinion. And it is going in the great tier. All right, 4 movies in. We're actually moving at a big pace. Remember, everybody who's watching, shoot your questions in here and I will respond to them after we get through 10. JD Talk said Megan better be number 1. It won't be number 1. I can promise you that. We got Day Shift, another movie that's more action than horror. It released on Netflix a couple of years ago. Jamie Foxx killing vampires, but like I said, vampire is a horror subcategory. So I did enjoy it. There was a time where Netflix movies just kind of like these basic action movies, but I kind of enjoyed all of them. I just had enough fun with them, at least when I was 16 when they started to come out. And like, it's never something I'll probably ever revisit unless I'm just like laying on the couch wanting to go to sleep and want to throw a movie on to fall asleep to. But like, I had a good enough time watching it when I watched it for the first time. So I had to full screen that now. It was going. So hold on. Hold on just one second. Can you? Okay, so it doesn't change the perspective for you. Just okay. Never mind. So Day Shift is going to go in the scary good category. I did enjoy Day Shift. Again, another one that you could be like, that's not horror. That's a Marvel movie. But I'm including it because Sam Raimi directed it, because it did have horror elements. That's right. We are talking about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And this is one that I never fully understood all the hate towards. Like, I get it. Like, the Illuminati's not handled all that well. There's some story issues here. But this is just one that I've always really enjoyed. It's always one that I genuinely said I love. I wouldn't call it top tier MCU, but it is a great movie. Doctor Strange is awesome. America Chavez, kind of annoying at parts, but she's okay. And it is nice to see the Illuminati. And the best thing about the movie is Sam Raimi's direction, where me, someone who adores horror with everything I have, it's very, very fun to see a horror-inspired MCU movie, because I love the MCU. I love horror. So it's fun in that aspect. I'm putting it in the great tier. Whoop. I'm going to put Army of the Dead behind it. So far, it is our number one movie out of, what is that? 2, 4, 6 movies that we've done. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we'll end on Megan and take questions. Don't Worry, Darling. It's a movie I was looking forward to. I don't remember much about the movie. I remember that it had some creepy moments, had some intriguing thriller moments, but it didn't fully come around to the end for me. I find the ending to be very, very forgettable, as I don't remember anything that happened in the ending of this movie. I don't want to like these movies. Y2K I would consider mid. I consider these two mid. This is on a different tier of mid. I like this one much better than I like these two. But like I said, I just don't remember much about it. So I'm going to have to put it in the front of creepily mid/bad for now. Firestarter is another one that is going in this bottom tier. It's better than Old, but not really by much. The story just didn't have anything to latch onto. It changes like roots from going like a horror element to an action element to a horror element. Makes no sense. You don't root for the main character. Nothing about it is likable. And the ending just is like, leaves a sour taste in your mouth. So Firestarter, just a movie that, again, it's another one I don't really remember much about because it came out like 3 years ago that I don't remember much about. And like, I didn't like it. So obviously I didn't want to watch it ever again, but it's going in terrifyingly awful. You know, we got more of the bad movies up first, because like once we get to say like this row right here, there's like maybe 1 or 2 bad movies. Like, we have had some 2 terrifying awful, and the majority of it has been mid or bad that we've talked about so far. And we're going to keep it up here with Halloween Ends and Megan. Halloween Ends. I love the Halloween movies. They are some of my favorite horror films in the universe. This one sucks. It's awful. I think if you held a gun to my head and asked me if I'd rather watch Firestarter or Halloween Ends, I'd say Halloween Ends. It's the movie that's supposed to end the legacy. It's supposed to have Michael Myers dying and Laurie Strode victory. Instead, they take Corey Taylor, have Michael Myers take a backseat, and Corey Taylor be the new Michael Myers. Not a good idea. It is not a good idea for this movie. So it ends up being like the movie that's supposed to have the satisfying conclusion. How hard is it to mess that up, dude? Like, I don't think it is hard to mess up the terrifying conclusion to the Halloween franchise. Like, just have Michael Myers and Laurie Strode battle for the last hour of the movie. Boom! Perfect movie. Instead, you decide, oh, Michael Myers, you take a back seat. We're going to explore the ending of Halloween, the ending of Michael Myers, but we're going to explore more out of Corey Taylor. Pisses me off. Like, it's not that hard. It really can't be that hard to make that movie. All right, last one before we take some questions. I have one viewer right now. Take some questions. Ooh, I gotta post on Twitter that I'm live. I didn't do that yet. We got 94 subscribers, everybody. I plan to get to 100 by this week. Just throwing that out there. Let's go. I was listening to Day to Remember, so I got that stuck in my head. All right, Twitter post is out. Hopefully we'll get more viewers in there. Posting on Facebook too. All right. And then we'll talk about this movie. And then JD Talks, I assume you're the only viewer. If you're in here, say what's up. Ask me a question or two. We're going to take a 5-minute break after these first 10 movies. Megan, going in the creepily mid/bad. I think I liked it a little more than Cuckoo, so I'll put that there. It's a movie that people really liked. I didn't. I think Megan 2.0 looks absolutely atrocious. I'm not looking forward to going to see that one whatsoever. This one, I feel like it had a strong start, but the more it went, the more I was like, okay, yeah, she's going to kill some people. We get that. That happens. And it's just like, oh, what a bore. This is honestly kind of boring. You don't care about the characters. Megan is not a interesting protagonist. It's watchable. It's entertaining enough, but it's definitely mid/bad. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we'll end our next category as Scream 6. Questions for the live viewer? I'm going to mute my mic real quick so I can take a bite of chips because I haven't eaten today. Context, JD Talks is my brother. Figured I'd throw that out there. Old is Atrociad. That makes sense. I hope you meant atrocious, because if there's anything else, then you're wrong. I respect opinions. If someone hates a movie and I like it, I'll respect their opinion. If someone likes a movie and I hate it, I'll respect their opinion. Not for this. Not for Old. Old is atrocious. Old is the worst movie I've possibly ever seen. Oh, don't want to do that. All right, we'll give it one more minute for any questions, movie, sports, anything related. NHL Finals Game 3 tonight. Probably won't watch. I hate both of the teams that are in. Again. Second year in a row. All right, because I only got one live viewer and apparently you don't have no questions. I will start again. So we'll end at Scream 6, and if you have any questions, I'll answer, and hopefully we'll have more than one viewer. World Series prediction. Okay, I will answer this real quick. World Series prediction, sports related. It's hard to say for the AL. NL, I'm going my Mets. I think my Mets are going to win the World Series pretty easily because big Mets fan, we're easily the best team in baseball right now. Unless we have a huge collapse, we're like going to win the World Series. AL. I want to say Yankees, but I think Yankees will collapse in the playoffs, but I don't really see a strong AL team. Let me look at the standings real quick. Actually, I can do that here. What am I doing? See, for the American League, I don't think it's going to be the Tigers because the Tigers are too young. Same thing with the Twins. But I think the Yankees are going to collapse too. Either wow. Woohoo! Voice crack. Either the Yankees or the Astros in the American League, I'm guessing. Either that, I could see the Twins making it, but I think they wow, what is going on in my throat? I think the Twins have too young of a team. Mariners are the Seattle Mariners. I don't think the Guardians are all that good this year. I don't think the Rays are going to make it. So there's not an American League team that's standing out. Meanwhile, in the National League, you got the Mets, 42 wins. Nobody in the American League except the Tigers even have 40 wins. It's like you got the Mets with 42 wins. You got the Cubs with 40 wins. The Dodgers are almost at 40 wins. So the NL is going to win the World Series this year. I hope it's going to be my Mets in the World Series. It's going to be a tough playoff race. But anyways, that's not what the majority of viewers are here. I don't want to do that. All right, sharing that. All right, shooting your questions. I did not mean to do that at all. Bruh. That is so stupid. Also, if you're watching this video in the archive, make sure that I'm going to put the link for the tier list in the description. I will also make it, well, I'm not going to make it editable, but yeah, so share your tier list down below of all these movies. These are just the ones I've seen. You've probably seen more than me, but these are just the ones I have seen. We're getting started with Men, and we ended off on a low streak. We're not starting off on too high of a streak, but I think Men is good. I'd say it's over Day Shift. I do like Men. I think that it gets a little too weird in the third act. Like, the genuinely makes no sense on what Alex Garland was trying to do. I like Alex Garland, by the way. I think he's a phenomenal director, so there's that. And the way he directs horror with Annihilation and now this movie, perfect direction. But for me, Men gets a little too weird. There are very creepy moments that very work in here. Gets a little too weird. I looked it up. I'm like, what is this supposed to mean? And literally nobody knew. So like the ending is a little bit weak, but that doesn't matter because the rest of the movie was very, very creepy, very investing. I was fully all in the entire time on Men. I do like Men quite a bit. Except, like, it's not perfect. It's definitely scary good. It's not going to get up to the great level. But I like it more than most. Now we got our first horrific, our first top tier, which is the movie Nope. Jordan Peele is a freaking genius. I love Jordan Peele. I think he's a great director. Cannot wait for his next movie coming out. Is it this December or next December? I can't remember. This movie's great. It definitely explores themes about Hollywood, about fame, about fortune. But alongside that, it's actually genuinely terrifying with some gorgeous shots in the movie. Genuinely scary. Like, the stuff that they do in the sky is amazing. Shooting blood out on top of a house. beautiful shot. The stuff that they do with the monkey, a lot of people say like, okay, that's unnecessary. I think it works, and I think it pushes the point that Jordan Peele's trying to get forward. Also, like the sequence where the alien eats everything, you just hear them screaming inside, getting eaten by the alien. It's so creepy. It is so unbelievably creepy, and it just proves that Jordan Peele is a phenomenal filmmaker. While Us didn't quite work for me, Get Out is another great movie. I wouldn't call Us or Get Out a horrific. I'd call that top of great tier. But Nope, for me, I get that it's an unpopular opinion, but Nope is my favorite Jordan Peele movie. Then we got Orphan First Kill. I've never seen the first Orphan, but I did enjoy Orphan First Kill more than Men. It's going in. There we go. It's going in Scary Good. Me and my brother watched this movie. It's one of the more weird movies I've ever seen because I had no idea what the twist was or anything. So basically, the little girl is a grown adult, but she's just like got that thing where still looks like a kid. Has some creepy moments, not too much, but the actress that plays the orphan is really good, and it gets some wild and crazy in the third act. So it was entertaining and enjoyable enough. It's good enough to go in the Scary Good category. And then we got Prey. Oh, crap. I need to add another movie to this list because I watched it the other day. Let me do that real quick. Just kind of along the same lines of Prey, because this is a new Predator movie. I'd call Predator more action, but hello, please work. I hate how I have to plug in my wow. I have to plug in my camera and my mic, and I can't have room for the mouse thing. Didn't mean to do that at all. Click here to add images. It's exactly what I want to do. Oh, crap. Can you guys see that? No, I took it down. Okay. I don't want to do that, dude. How do I... Oh, we got to... What do you mean? Oh my god, dude. This is actually starting to get on my nerves. How do I add this movie? It said click here to add, and now it's not telling me. Here? Did that... Got it saved, I'm sure. Okay, so tell me it's on here. Yes, it is. Boom. Figured it out. Took me a minute, but I figured it out. Yes, the movie we got to add is Predator Killer of Killers. I mean to rewatch Prey because when this one first came out, I saw the first Predator movie. I didn't like it. Saw Prey. I thought it was mid. It hardly seems fair to put it on a tier list because I feel like I'd really like it if I rewatched it now that I'm like 3 years older. No, it is not in terrifyingly awful. Don't worry. Our next movie is, though. Prey, I'm going to put it at top of creepily mid-bad. I feel like I'd really enjoy it again, but like the way the movie was paced back when I watched it for the first time just didn't... let me get that out of the way. It didn't quite work for me. I liked the characters. Some action was cool, but like it just wasn't satisfying enough for me. Again, I feel like I'd like have it up here and great if I rewatched it, or it wouldn't work for me again. So, really hope that on rewatch I really do like it. All right, we got Insidious, Red Door. Insidious is one of the best horror franchises of all time. Insidious 1 and 2 are great. Insidious 3 is pretty good. And Insidious, the Red Door, is pretty awful. I would say because it doesn't hold a special place in my heart as much as Halloween Ends does. This movie is pretty bad. It erases the fantastic ending of the second film to do the exact same thing. So the entire movie, you're going throughout the entire movie like, okay, why are these characters back? There's no reason for them to be back. And then, boom, surprise, surprise, there's no reason for them to be back. They do the exact same thing they did in the last movie, or in the Insidious 2. So just like it's boring. There's nothing scary happening. It doesn't work whatsoever. Goes in terrifyingly awful just because of how much I love that first movie. The second movie is really good as well, and it ends like the best thing about this franchise was the satisfying conclusion, and then they just erased the satisfying conclusion. It's enough to go on and terrifyingly awful. Hey, we got 2 viewers now. Say what's up. Say what's up in the chat. And send in any questions. We're going to answer it after we talk about Scream 6. I don't know what's going on in my throat. Like, it feels like it's clamping up. There it goes. All right. For the viewers that are just now coming in, let's do a little recap. These are the movies I find awful. This is last place. So far, Nope is first place. And then I don't think a single one of these movies I probably put this one in the bad category. Maybe this one too. But these 3 are mid. I'd say these 2 are mid as well. And these are good. These are great. This is horrific. All right, Strange Darling. It's a good movie. It is very strange. I knew nothing about it except that people were saying they loved it. I didn't love it, but it's one of the more unique movies I've seen in my life. It has some creepy moments. It's told out of order, and then when you get to that conclusion of the movie, it makes a lot of sense. That's why we were doing it, and it just makes for a satisfying conclusion. I wouldn't say it's like top tier. I wouldn't say it's great. It is at the top of scary good right now. What am I doing here? I changed my mind what I'm doing there. I'll switch that in a minute. It's at the top of scary good. It is a very unique movie. Our cast here is really good. Kyle Gallner is amazing in this movie. Let's look up the cast real quick so I don't get any names wrong, because this is a movie worth saying the cast because they work. Willa Fitzgerald as the lady and Kyle Gallner as the demon are both insanely good in this movie. They are absolutely top tier. So just they held this movie as well as just a unique story. It's scary good. It is a very good movie. And who directed it? Shoot, who did direct it? Because JT Molnar. What did he direct before? So that's the only movie. So there was rumors that he was going to direct a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. I think they fell through, unfortunately, because that would have been great. But I would have loved him to direct like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie or direct anything else. He's on my eyes. Like I said, I didn't love it, but it's such a movie that sticks in your head. It's like, that was really cool. A Quiet Place Part 2. It's not near as good as first one. The first one is is great movie. It's a very good movie. Quiet Place Part 2, it does drag at sequences, but it also has the best sequences of the franchise for me. That whole sequence on the island is insanely good. Still like the characters, and it ends off in a way that makes you be like, I want to see this next one so much. Unfortunately, it does drag a little bit too much for me to hold it back from great. It's still a very good movie. Does some great stuff in there, and I cannot wait for the next one. Put it right here. I think Strange Darling, Quiet Place Part 2, neck and neck. What am I doing here? I got to figure out, because this is an official ranking, actually how I'm going to rank the movies. What do I want? Do I want... I think I'd say, yeah, I think I'll keep it here as long as Orphan's not at the top of scary good, because it's a good movie, but it's not like a top scary good movie like these 2 would be. Invisible Man, also scary good. Put that above those. I feel like the first act the first half of the movie, rather, it doesn't quite do it for me. But when we enter that second half, when it gets to the full Invisible Man, crazy stuff, it is awesome. There's some great action, some great horrifying sequences. Prove that Leigh Whannell is a great director. And while we're going to have another Leigh Whannell movie here later on this list that's not so good, this one was pretty good. It definitely has some things that hold back from great, but that second half of the movie is just insane and awesome how they do. I also don't think our main character is likable. Like, she's just kind of crazy. Like, I like the way they resolve her character arc in the movie, but she's just kind of not this likable person whatsoever. So I didn't really vibe with her that much, and that's something that held back my enjoyment from that first half of the movie. But the second half is great, and that's why it's going in scary good. Now we got Scream 5 and Scream 6. We'll talk about Scream 5 first because it's first up on the tier. It is a really good movie. It is a great movie. I don't know what I do here. It's neck and neck with Multiverse of Madness. I love the Scream franchise. I love what they do in this movie. I'll have to go top of great tier. I think Scream, or for now, Scream 5 is great. The first Scream is probably my favorite horror movie of all time. I adore that movie. This movie, it does what the franchise does, makes fun of other horror movies. But in this one, it's making fun of horror requels. It's very good. You get the cast back in a way that feels natural. Dewey dies, which adds stakes to the movie. And overall, it just has a great new cast. I don't really want to touch on the controversy right now because I just don't feel like going on a rant right now. But I feel like people need to stop getting all mad at the studio for what they did to Melissa Barrera. Yeah, I get it. It's bad what they did, but like, it's not your problem. You don't need to post about it all the time. You don't need to boycott the studio. Like, I've seen people, fortunately for me, I got to go to a press screening of Hard Eyes. So I got to see it early, but literally the next day, some person I followed on Twitter said, yeah, I hate this studio. And he posted spoilers of Hard Eyes. So, like, I would have been spoiled if I didn't see it early. So I had to block him immediately because I just don't want him to do that. Like, what if I am out of town or something when the next Scream movie comes out and I get spoiled the twist, you know? I find it completely stupid. But for now, the Scream 5 by the studio was really, really good. Really good remake. Not really remake, requel. Scream 6, can't say the same. It is going in scary good because it's not mid or anything, but it's going in the bottom of scary good. It's probably going to stay in the bottom of that. It's a good movie. It does all the Scream-isms right. There's some cool, horrifying aspects, but the movie lacks threat. There's no threat in the movie because several times we get main characters getting stabbed or, you know, brutally assaulted, and where in any other Scream movie you'd kill them. But the movie seems to care about the characters too much. That was my problem with Guardians of the Galaxy 3 until I rewatched it for the first time. That it turned from a movie I thought was mid to a movie that I would put up in the horrific category. But this movie, it lacks threat. There's no threat. It's not scary because you don't kill off any of the characters. The twist isn't as bad as people say, but it's not great either. It's more mid than anything. So for me, like, Scream 6 was very disappointing. It's still good. It's still watchable. But it's one of the weakest Scream movies, in my opinion. All right, before we dive on to this next list, we got some good ones coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll end at Renfield for this next segment. Shooting your questions to viewers, movies, sports related, please and thank you. Remove this for now. Let me scroll on Twitter while I'm waiting for some questions. Please shoot some questions. I love to take these from the stream and form them into their own videos to get extra content on the channel. So please, but movies and sports related, please. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, hold on. Superman will have early access screening for Prime Video members. Hold on, I definitely need to do this. I am definitely a Prime Video member. Hold on. I gotta see Superman as soon as I can, dude. I cannot wait for Superman, dude. All right. It's probably under special events or coming soon on the Marcus app. We'll see if it's going to go to Marcus. Can't wait for F1. Superman, there we go. See, this isn't the early screenings though. What are they playing at Ronnie's? An IMAX. Sorry, I'm like, it's not showing yet. I don't think it's going to let us buy tickets. All right, I got to set my alarm and get tickets as soon as I possibly can for the early July 8th. Because that's on a Tuesday. That's a Tuesday before. I cannot wait for that movie. JD Talks, favorite MCU movie. Hard one because the MCU has some bangers. I'll have to go. Excuse me. What do I have as my favorite right now? I think it's Infinity War. But there are like 10 out of 10 movies in this franchise. Probably even more than that, honestly. Oh, that's my 2025 list, not my MCU list. Whoopsie poopsie. Yeah, I'd go in Infinity War. I love how it combines all of the characters, brings them all on screen for the first time. Infinity War has got to be my favorite MCU movie. I adore Infinity War. I adore Endgame. I adore No Way Home. I adore the first Iron Man. I adore all of those. So, great movies. Great movies. Good pick. It is a very good pick. Thank you. What's your favorite MCU movie? Tell me down below in the comments. All right, guys. I'm going to go upstairs really quick, grab water. I'll be back here in a few minutes, and we'll continue on. First off, nah. I'll just turn this on mute. So, sorry, I'm back. Had to go do something real quick, but you know, how it is. All right, all right. We're gonna do the next 10. We're gonna do the next 10. Shoot, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to add it to the stage, but I'm stupid. I can't get it. Talk to Me is gonna end up being number 1 on this list. I gotta mute my phone. Hold on 1 second, guys. My phone is going off. See, I coach a little league baseball team, and it's all rainy here, so I just learned that we actually are having games tonight. Hey, I got a new follower on my TikTok. Go follow my TikTok at Zach D Films, not the Zach D Films. Zach with an H, D Films. Like it says on my name. All right, Talk to Me. It's going to end up being number 1 here. I love this movie. It's got characters that you're wow! It's got characters that you're instantly invested in. It's got a twist here that is just so good. Where in the end of the movie, just what they do genuinely had my jaw on the floor for the last 5 minutes, staring at the screen for the entire credits. Really proves that the Filippo brothers are genius. We're going to talk about Bring Her Back. Where is Bring Her Back? Oh, yeah, we still got. Oh, wow, Bring Her Back's all the way down here. And it just really proves that the Filippo brothers are some of the best horror directors now, with just the gore, the violence, the story, the characters, everything about this movie was crafted to perfection in like an hour and a half runtime too. So, I mean, it goes all the way up in the horrific category. It's my favorite movie of the decade. I would say it's my favorite movie of the decade. And that's crazy because the year it came out, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning came out. Across the Spider-Verse came out. Those are also 2 of the best movies I've seen in my life. So it's crazy how it goes up and all the way in number 1 out of the entire decade just because of how good Talk to Me actually is. Terrifier 2, I would put it in scary good. It's a good movie. Well, shoot. All right. Let me talk about the movie and then I'll figure out. Wow, I am messing up. Let me talk about the movie and I'll figure out where I'm going to place it on the ranking because scary good is getting a lot of entries there. Terrifier 2, it's a good movie. I like it. It's got some of the best gore in the franchise, but the movie is way too long. It's like let me look up the official runtime of the movie because it is really, really, really long and it's unnecessarily long. See, it is 2 hours and 10 minutes. You don't need the movie to be 2 hours and 10 minutes. I mean, and for a movie like this, when I'm sitting there and I'm just watching gore on disgusting gore and disgustingness of the movie, it just makes me want to puke, man. It just makes me want to just, I don't want to watch it anymore. And just the ending of the movie is kind of like, oh, we killed Terrifier. We got to go. Oh, no, Terrifier killed Laura. We got to go. Oh, no, Laura killed Terrifier. We got to go. And it's just kind of that for like 40 minutes of the movie where you just think something's dead and they're still alive. You think someone's dead and they're still alive. You think someone's dead and guess what, baby? They're still alive. So it's a good movie. It's worth it, but it's not the weakest of the franchise, but Terrifier 3 was the first movie I saw. You'll see where I'm going to place that later. It set high standards for the franchise. This is a really good franchise. I like a lot of things it does, but it's way too long in my opinion. And kind of left sour taste with the ending. I'll place it here. It's better than Orphan vs. Guilt. Like, I talked a lot about the negatives of this movie. Like, the movie's still really good. The movie really is. There's some great kills in the movie. Terrifier is terrifying. It's a really good movie. It's just that the ending left a sour taste in my mouth. All right, what did I say? Oh, yeah, we're ending up at Renfield. X is a scary good movie. It's very reminiscent of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre films. There's some cool kills in here. It's just kind of like, okay, yeah, that was a fun horror slasher movie. I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the kind of throwback slasher vibe. I didn't really I get that it's a necessary sex scene to see, they're going at it, but I didn't really want to see Grandpappy and Grandmommy going at it, just getting their physical exercise in. Didn't really want to see that. And the movie does have some problems in the first act that just kind of okay, holds it back from being great, but it is a good throwback slasher movie. I did enjoy it. I'll probably Do I want to place it above Terrifier 2 or behind it? What do I think is better, Terrifier 2 or X? I'll probably, like, it's hard because it's just two placements. They're neck and neck, I think, for completely different reasons. I'll place X a little bit above Terrifier 2. Remember, guys, shoot in any of your questions. I've already answered 2, which is my World Series prediction, my favorite MCU movie. So shoot in your questions, and I'll answer them once I get to Renfield. I got to take this message real quick. All right. Evil Dead Rise. We're getting our number 3. It's hard because, like, part of me wants to put it in great, but, like, at the same time, this is easily the best Evil Dead movie for me. There's some great kills in this movie, some great gore. It's genuinely terrifying, and it's got that family aspect that just holds it all together. So I want to put it in the top of great. Like, I don't feel like it compares at all to Talk to Me or Nope, which are next level movies. But it's a movie that I really, 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 really love. Like, I really like this movie. I have to put it in horrific. It is in horrific. It's going to be a top 5 movie in this whole tier list. So I really loved Evil Dead Rise. Like I said, it's got that family aspect, the horrifying elements. It's genuinely scary. And the next Evil Dead Burn is going to be one of my favorites is going to be one of my most anticipated movies of the year it's going to come out. For me, like, the Evil Dead franchise was okay. Evil Dead 13 was all right. It had its moments. It had some great moments, but the third act just kind of goes off the rails for me. The first Evil Dead, I don't like at all. The second Evil Dead, I really, really like. And the third one is just kind of like, okay, that's good. But Evil Dead Rise, I think, for me, just is the best out of all of them. And it has to go in the horrific category. Five Nights at Freddy's, like, I liked, like, I'm not familiar with the games. I'm not familiar with the lore or anything. So I like how it handled the lore, how it's like, okay, that's interesting. I haven't ever seen anything like that before in my life. But at the same time, like, it's not handled all well. Like, it got me and my family watching, like, ooh, what's all this? What's going on, you know? And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, that just, it wasn't all that good. It just invested me throughout the movie. Very good. Well, Five Nights at Freddy's is going in the top of creepily mid bad. I think it's a mid movie. It's not a bad movie, but it's an interesting movie for me. Like, I didn't hate the movie. I didn't love it either. I just thought it was mad. Mad, mid/bad. I should make that the category. I just think it's mid. Oh, this is going to be a hard one if I want to place it in great or horrific. On one side, Godzilla -1 genuinely scared me. It's one of the movies that I've genuinely been scared at, like, really scared at. On the other hand, the story just, not that the story's bad, not that the story is great, but the pacing of the movie is really odd. Like, we get the Godzilla action, and we get like 30, 40 minutes with nothing happening except just the devastating stuff. It is a very good movie. It is a really good movie. Like, horrific or great, very great movie. But there is something that holds it back from that horrific category, I think. But I love Godzilla -1, just something that holds it back. So for now, it's at the top of the great category. I want to put it at horrific, but just because there's something that makes me be like, the story pacing wise isn't the best. But when it's on, man, it is phenomenal. It's going to end up being at the top of the great category eventually. Did I just put something on the list? I don't know what that was. That is, FNAF is actually really good. Like the movie, because I disagree with you. I don't think FNAF is really good. I think it's more mid. He also says Iron Man is his favorite MCU movie. I know, because he sees it like 2,500 times a year. Okay. We got Knock at the Cabin, which, like I said, the last two. Do I have Trap on this? Yes, I do. I found it. Can you guys see my mouse? I don't know why I'm thinking that. I got to get focused. All right. Like, I'm getting off track. Like I said, M. Night's last two movies have been his best movies. This one is really good. It's got an intriguing concept. It's not scary per se, but it's got like thrilling aspects to it. You like our characters, they have to make sacrifices, and the conclusion to the movie is very satisfying. It's honestly kind of sad, and it's just exploration of what would you do if you were in this situation. It makes you think. So like, this is a movie I really enjoyed. Like, I was not looking forward to it. It's M. Night. I'm like, better watch it. And I'm like, this is actually really good. It's a really good movie. And it's got an amazing Dave Bautista performance. Knock at the Cabin is going to go in the great tier. I think I put it above Army of the Dead. But I really like Knock at the Cabin. Maybe after these 10, I'm going to have to grow up and grab an energy drink from my fridge. 3 more, and I'll be taking some questions. Pet Sematary Bloodlines is not, it's bad. It's going in the bottom of the bad. See, these two I'd consider mid/bad. Probably these 3 right here. And then these I just call mid. Pet Sematary is a bad movie. It's just got no likable characters. The thrilling aspects aren't great. It's just, I haven't seen the original Pet Sematary, but it just kind of seems like it's rehashing the exact same plot from every other movie. Like, it's just like not entertaining. It's kind of boring. Nothing really that works for the movie for me. So it's a bad movie. It's a dull Paramount Plus horror film. What can you expect from a horror streaming film that just kind of calls it Pet Sematary because it's based off a popular IP? It's a bad movie. A Quiet Place Day One. Take a drink. Wow. See, I hate when I do these live streams because, like, I gotta yawn. Like, and I gotta yawn a lot. And, like, when I'm filming a normal video, I yawn a lot. And I edit a lot out. Here, I can't do it. So I just gotta pause and yawn. And I know it's weird, right? I'm like your unemployed friend doing horror tier lists on a Monday morning. Why did I choose this particular Monday morning to go live? It's kind of weird. I just felt like going live. A Quiet Place Day One is a good movie. It's kind of mismarketed itself as well. I left this movie like, yeah, that was a good movie, but it was kind of frustrating, because they set the movie up to be like day one inside the Quiet Place universe. And part of it is that. But then it's kind of like as soon as you get into the cool stuff, it just kind of pauses and you get everybody and they already know how to act. And then you don't get very many cool stuff within the movie. Now, the third act, or probably second half of the movie. I gotta clean my eyes. Second half of the movie is really good. That's when we get to the cool Quiet Place stuff. But I found that first half to be very underwhelming, as in the day one stuff that it tried to do. I just didn't find the day one stuff to be all that compelling in that first half. It gets there in the second half, and then it turns into the story about the characters and their the character who has cancer or this disease kind of turns into one last thing for a character in the middle of the apocalypse. If the movie is marketed like that, I would like it better. And I did like what they did with that. But at the same time, it's not day one. It didn't have all the day one madness. So I can't put it in great or anything. It's not as good as the second one. It is the weakest film in the franchise for me. It is still a good movie. Like, I still really enjoyed it. I just feel like it was mismarketed. I think I'll put it here. I think I'll put it behind Terrifier 2. That's a good right there. And then Renfield, and then we'll take a break. Oh, crap. We're getting through this. We got one. I'm not going to count them out. That's 12, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 28 plus 13 is Wow, it's taking me a while. 38, 39, 40, 41. So we got 41 movies left after Renfield. Um, Renfield is a very good movie. It is very entertaining. It's not horror, but again, it's a horror subcategory. Nicholas Hoult is very fun. Nicolas Cage as Dracula is very fun. Some fun gore, like the characters. It's funny. Had a really fun time with it. I wouldn't put it in the great category. I feel like this is just a really fun movie, but it's good enough to go in the good category. Probably, honestly, I'll probably put it right here. I think it's a very fun movie to put in the good category. Not as like great or scary as any of these other ones, but this one was good here. I like the placement. I do. All right, send in some questions. I am going to take another break. I'm going to be upstairs grabbing a energy drink. I will be right back. Shooting your questions. Hear that fizzle. Ooh-wee. Sounds good. Celsius. Love them. All right, we got no viewers. Gotta check my phone, and then we'll probably dive into the next 10. All right. Let's dive into the next 10. I'm in a very weird live stream. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, like I've disappeared for a couple minutes, but I'm sorry. You know, like you know how it is. All right, I gotta add a stage. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When did Escape Room 2? We start with Saw X. Now, a lot of people have loved Saw X. A lot of people say that Saw X is one of their favorite in the franchise. I disagree. I like the movie because it let me watch all the other Saw movies. Like, it got me to have a reason to watch them, and I do really enjoy that franchise. But the movie itself, the first half of the movie is so much better than the second half. Like, when we're getting to the kills, the stuff with the Saw characters and the Saw kills, awesome body horror stuff. But then the second movie is kind of weird. Like, it starts treating the killer, the bad guy, John, the guy who sets all these people up and kills them, starts setting up in the way like, oh yeah, they're good guys now. And I'm like, yeah, that's not how that works. You can't kill all the people and make me root for you. So really weird second half of the movie. Still pretty good. It's just kind of like near the bottom of my Saw ranking. And that's just my opinion. I get a lot of people love this movie. That's not me. I did like the movie, though. I still am going to put it in scary good. Probably place it right here. I like that. And finally, hey, now we got a second tier or a second column for our scary good column. What's this? Thanksgiving. Very good movie in the vein of the Scream movies. Kind of reminds me, there's a movie that came out this year that's down the list, Hard Eyes. Where's you, Hard Eyes? Is it probably further down? No? Oh, there you are, right here. Hard Eyes reminded me very much of this movie. I really enjoyed it. It's just a fun slasher. Do I have Clown in a Cornfield in this? Yes, I do. Okay. I thought for a minute, I was like, did I forget to put Clown in a Cornfield in here? No, I did not. Very fun slasher. Very fun. That's all I can really say about the movie is the characters are likable. The twist is pretty good. That third act is so insanely fun. So fun slasher, word that comes to mind. It's going in the top of scary good. Honestly, I'll probably put it right here. Like Thanksgiving, just one of the more fun slashers I've seen ever. The Boogeyman, probably put that here. I don't remember much about the movie. I remember watching it in a theater. I just don't remember literally anything. I don't remember the boogie. Oh, I do remember that the third act, you can't see a single thing. So I'm like, what is going on? There's no payoff because you can't really see anything. So I got to put the Boogeyman in bad. Like, just because I don't remember liking it all that much, and I don't remember anything about the movie. Now, here's a controversial one. The Exorcist Believer. I think that's the title. I never saw the original Exorcist movies. After watching this one, I probably never will. I like this one more than most, though. I find that there's more scary elements to it. I was genuinely disturbed watching this movie. Because, dude, it's so freaky that you're watching kids be possessed by the devil. And then that third act of the movie where you decide to end up killing one kid, and the visuals they do, it genuinely terrifies me and haunts me. Unfortunately, the script isn't all that good. It does there's a female priest, and they're like, yeah, you're a female. You got the power to do it. Female power, everybody. It's like, why are we stopping this creepy horror movie to discuss females and how powerful they can be in the Christian atmosphere? Just themes that don't resonate with me at all in general. Just thrown in this movie make no sense. So I did find the movie creepy. I left it like, oh, that was really creepy. The third act script with the stuff they do with the themes of the movie isn't that good. I'd say it's more than mid. I'd say it's the bottom of the scary good category, though. I don't think it's a great movie. I find it really creepy because of my Christian religion. I don't think the movie is great, but it's not as awful as a lot of people say it is. The Nun 2. The Nun 1 is a very mid movie. I like The Nun 2. I'm not going to put it there. Let me actually put that deck down here. I like The Nun 2. I think it does more unique things within this Nun franchise. There is some very cool kills in the movie. What they do in that third act is pretty fun. So there's a couple creepy moments in the movie. So, like, I don't like that first Nun movie whatsoever. Like, it's not that I don't like it. I just find it very mid. I don't like that first Annabelle movie whatsoever is what I was thinking of. But The Nun 2, it's good. I enjoy the movie. It's nothing to write home about, but it still has some pretty cool moments. I'd say Nun 2 is probably right here. Do I think it's better than Scream 6? I don't know. I think I'll put it right here. Like, it's still near the bottom of the list, but it's something that I do enjoy very much so. Totally Killer. Very, very, very fun slasher movie. He takes the character back to the 80s. Whoa, I had a burp. Takes the character of our main character back to the 80s. Very cool because, you know, you get the modern stuff brought to the 80s. Something very cool that's always very funny. And when you do that trope, it's always going to be very funny. And takes a spin on it for a slasher movie inside of a comedy like this. It's very fun. There's some cool kills in the movie. I find the twist to be satisfying. Some emotions with your family, with your parents, with your mom, that were really good. And the movie is pretty funny too. So Totally Killer is a movie that I just really, really enjoy. Has a slasher vibe. And again, as someone who's a big fan of slashers, really liked it. I'm putting this in great. I haven't put a movie in great in quite a while. I'm putting it in great tier. I'm actually putting it right here. I really like Totally Killer. Right now, it's a top 10 movie out of this entire tier list, and it might just stay there. You know, it's not top 10. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Thing is, I think I like this more than most, but I don't like it. You know, does that make sense? Where I don't despise a movie with every ounce of my being. I don't like the movie either at all. But I feel like putting it with creepily mid/bad would be the wrong thing. This movie has some creepy, disturbing things in the movie that make it be like, okay, yeah, that was a solid enough horror movie, a solid enough horror scene. But the movie itself just doesn't fully come together for me at all. Like, the script is horrible. Characters aren't likable. The kills are all right, but it's very clearly just a schlock fest that just isn't satisfying whatsoever. And there's just some disgusting things that made me like, that I don't want to watch that anymore. So I'm putting it terrifyingly awful. It would be much lower on this list. I want to put it in bad because no, I'm going to keep it in terrifyingly awful. Like, these four movies are on a completely different tier than Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. It's just a really bad movie. But like I said, there's still a couple things I like. So I want to put it in bad, but like, I don't want to have it in the same tier as these movies because this movie's such a worse movie than these movies are. Very confusing way I did these tiers. But like the drama between Cody Leach, like I said earlier in this live stream, who I do really like, and the studio, where like the studio called out Cody Leach for hating on their movie. You don't do that as a studio, but I can't really be mad about that because they made up, you know, and like apologies and like something very mature that I didn't think they were going to do. Again, frustrating because I don't want to put it in terrifyingly awful because it's not on tier as these four movies, but it's not on the tier as these movies either. Maybe I should just make like another tier and just have it be Blood and Honey and just place Blood and Honey in that tier because it's kind of a different movie that deserves its own tier. This is going to be a hard one. Every ounce of my being wants to put Abigail in horrific. I adore Abigail. I think it's very fun. I love the cast. It's hilarious. There's some fun carnage candy in the movie. But what they do with Dan Stevens' character just is so weird in that third act. You know, it's like, oh, he turns into a vampire, and then you're rooting for Abigail now, and then Abigail and Melissa Barrera are like, yeah, we're chill, or Abigail thinks they're chill. This kind of makes no sense, kind of goes way too weird for me, and it's just like, it's not as near as good as the rest of the movie. The rest of the movie is so much fun. It's in horrific for sure. If that third act was a little tiny bit better. It is at the top of great. It is like better than all these movies in my opinion. I adore Abigail. This is one that I watched 5 or 6 times all the time. It came out last year. Wait, was Abigail 23 or 24? It was 24, pretty sure. But like I've seen it about 10 times and I have a blast with it every single time. So it goes in great. I just really wish that third act was a little tiny bit better. I'm unplugging my computer now. It's full. All right. Alien Romulus is another great movie. I like these characters. There's some genuinely thrilling aspects. It has scary moments in the film. I'm trying to think of something to say. Whoa, tongue twister. There is something I want to say about the movie but I kind of already said without like repeating myself when I say it's a genuine scary movie. Has the scariest moments in the Alien franchise for sure. Just some great set pieces, some cool moments. David in the movie is, hold on, not David. What is his name? I can't remember. It's frustrating when I can't remember names. David Johnson, that is his name, is probably the best addition to this franchise ever. So, I mean, really like this movie. The third act gets a little too weird for me, but like still really cool and really creepy as well. I really enjoy Alien Romulus. I'll probably put it here. I think that these movies right here are better than it, but it's a great movie and it's one of my favorite films in the Alien franchise. I think Alien Covenant is my favorite of the franchise, though. That's a movie that just blew me away. And then we got Escape Room 2. First one I really enjoyed. Really enjoyed the first movie. This one is just, it's okay. It's all right, I guess. The way the movie ends isn't satisfying, but you get the characters, you get the puzzles that they're going through. So it's entertaining enough. I'll put it at the top of creepily mid/bad. But there's nothing really special about this one like that first one had. The first one's like a 3.5 star movie. This one's like a 2.5, 3 star movie. It's fine. It's watchable. It's not as good as that first movie was. All right, we're going to take a break and then we'll do the next 10. This is how my tier's looking so far. So far, my favorite one is, like, I've already told you what my favorite out of all of this and my least favorite is going to be. Old and Talk to Me. It's what it's going to be. I don't think I'm going to have another one in Terrifyingly Awful this whole time, right? Let me look through. Oh, never mind. I lied. I'm going to have one in Terrifyingly Awful. Yep, we're just going to have one in Terrifyingly Awful. Do I have any viewers? Last time I checked, there was a big fat 0. I do not. But I'm going to take a break, let my brain refresh. Because, I can't, it's hard for me to do rankings because my brain, whoa, that's crazy. My brain just kind of restarts itself, starts going back to basics, saying oh, it's scary movie. But but my brain likes to do that. So I always kind of take a brief break to let my brain refresh, especially here. I didn't write any notes for this video. Justin Garza is now a Mets player. Sweet. That's crazy. Look at this. So, some person on Twitter is reposting what someone said. Not like reposting, but just showing it like, oh, wow, this is stupid. This got to be like it. I don't like saying that it's racially motivated, but this got to be racially motivated because this person says, hard to call these films. I don't know how they were made. And it's Sinners, American Fiction, Do the Right Thing, King Richard, and Hidden Figures. The main cast of that movie, actually probably the whole cast of the movie, is black. Then they rate 4 stars. These are why we go to the cinema. They will turn anyone into a cinephile. Like, I get this one. I haven't seen any of these movies on the list because I'm slacking. Pain and Gain, which is that? No, come on. They're just putting that on there. But they have Pain and Gain. They have Pulp Fiction, American Psycho, Fight Club, and The Wolf of Wall Street. And then 5 stars, they got Joker, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Palo Alto, I don't know what that is, Vanilla Sky, Good Time, and A Meal. Not a single, like, black lead in those movies. But then you rate all the... I don't know. I think it's got to be racially motivated. All right, we got one viewer. If you got any questions, send them in. Send them in. I'd love to hear your... Oh, shoot. Let's check my computer. What are we going to end at? We're going to end at Nosferatu. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll end at Clown Cornfield. And we'll end at Wolfman. And then we'll do this final 5. Any questions? I'll give it one more minute. Did you rank it yet? Like It, the movie? Because wasn't released in the 2020s. All right. 20 seconds, and we'll start. Take a bite of some chips. And then we'll dive right in. These are okay. These are mid, I think. Figure to throw that out there. They're okay. I think barbecue, honey mustard, hot honey, all S tier. All right. Here we go. Ending at Nosferatu. Arcadian. Clear my throat there. Take a drink of water real quick. Salt and vinegar is not the best, Jacob. No, it's not. Arcadian, kind of frustrating for me because it seemed to have a unique story, but then it doesn't fully come together for me at all. Like, at all. First act of the movie is kind of boring. Then we get to the stuff that we thought that I was going to think is really good. And it's just kind of real shaky cam action. You can't see anything that is going on whatsoever at all. And then we get later on in the film where then it just starts going about these survivors and, what they're doing, and it just takes a completely different direction about family and the dad's dying and all really weird stuff. I will give it that. When it is monsters chasing him, it is pretty cool. The monster design in this movie is really awesome. The story, however, doesn't quite do it for me. So, Cadian is, oh no. I'd call it more mid than anything. It's better than Cuckoo. Might be better than Megan. It's on the same lines as Y2K. I think I'll put it here just because of the creature design moves it forward of all of these movies right here, but it is not as near as like mid as these one. It's leaning more to bad, as in this one is leaning more towards mid. And again, I feel bad for putting Prey there because I kind of need to rewatch it. Elevation came out last year. It's above mid. It is just a generic, fun creature chasing them. It's more action than a horror movie, but still, it's a subcategory. It's just fun. It's just a fun movie. It's got Anthony Mackie in it. You got creatures, cool designs. You got the chasing sequences. You got danger, characters dying. It crosses off everything you want. Excuse me. Crosses off everything you want out of a creature flick. So it's a good movie. I'd say it's better than yeah, I'm good putting that there. Better than The Nun 2, better than The Exorcist Believer, but I wouldn't say it's as good as some of the movies on this list. It's just a good creature flick. Heretic, I was very much looking forward to Heretic, but kind of left the theater a little bit disappointed. The direction that they go, not the direction they go in the third act, but just the chase sequence, just kind of boring to me, and ends like the final 10 minutes off on a low mark. But it's a unique dive into religion, what's a true religion, and it's just really good conversation. Hugh Grant, amazing in this movie. Sophie Thatcher, obviously, is great. I gotta look up the cast because I feel bad I can't remember the other actress's name. Chloe East is really good as well. Just phenomenal cast. Phenomenal dialogue. A movie where literally nothing is happening until the middle of the movie. The first half of the movie is so much better, I think, than the second half of the movie. But then when we get the answers to the religion and what's actually going on, as someone who is a Christian, I just thought it was really, really good deep dive into it. Unfortunately, like the final 10 minutes don't fully come together for me, but it is going up in scary good above Saw X. Probably here, honestly. I feel bad for putting it here, but there was few too many negatives for me. Still really like the movie. I'm satisfied with putting that there. Imaginary, I don't think it's awful. It's not with Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey and the other ones, but it's not a good movie whatsoever. It's going at the bottom of bad. It's a movie that it's just generic horror movie until we get to the ending, where the ending is supposed to be cool. We're going to the dream world. But just the direction has no unique style. Actually, the director, Jeff Wadlow, he directs like Fantasy Island, which I haven't seen, Truth or Dare, which honestly was one of my first horror movies, and I had enough fun with it. But the movie itself, like, his direction just has no sauce. This movie has no sauce. It's kind of boring. It's just a boring movie. It's just a bad, boring movie that I left almost half asleep out of the theater. So definitely going in creepily. Actually, I didn't even see it in the theater. I saw it at home. I think I might have even fell asleep during the movie. I don't know. Not a good movie. Really not. Y'all want to be surprised with where I'm going to put Immaculate? I think I'm going to put it here. I really do. I really liked Immaculate. It's only an hour and a half long. Has a story that keeps you invested the whole time. Sydney Sweeney is great looking, great actress. That's what I meant to say. And is great looking, but I don't judge her on that. I just think she's a great actress in general. There's some very cool moments in the movie. The story itself is very investing, and the reveals that we get are really cool as well. And then the final shot of the movie is really what solidified it as a really great movie, where she's taking the rock and she smashes her newborn baby. And like, it just kind of leaves an implant in my brain, and it's an hour and a half long. So I just thought it was a really great movie, a really, really, really great movie, and it goes in the great category. Shoot, that's number 6 on my list so far. Wow. Out of all these, I put Immaculate number 6. That's crazy perspective. I'm considering putting these ones ahead of it. You know what? No, I think I'll keep it here. I do like it here. Lisa Frankenstein, something that a lot of people did like. I did not. I think it's pretty bad. I don't think it's awful or anything, but it just got the style and vibe that I'm not the biggest fan of, and it just leaves a sour taste in your mouth, where, there's one likable character in this movie, and it's Lisa's sister. And, Lisa kills her mom, and you're watching Lisa's sister like, where's mom? Where's mom? And then what they do in the final act of the movie, yeah, she does cheat on him, but it gets too wacky and weird. Just leaves a huge, huge bad taste in my mouth. Like, okay. I don't like where this is going at all. Like, there's a movie that it's kind of like Lisa Frankenstein. What's it called? Shoot. I'm trying to remember what it is. It might be on this list, right? Is it on this list? Shoot, there was a movie that released that I compared it to Lisa Frankenstein from last year. Why am I tripping over this? Like, it's a really great comparison as well. I got to look at my 2024 movie list. Shoot. Is it on this list? Like, I know it. Did I already rank it? Why can't I remember? Also, why isn't the Substance on this list? I forgot to put the Substance on here, I guess. I got to find my 2024 list because it's on here. Not any of those. There we go. Yes, I found it. Your Monster was the movie I was thinking of. Again, a movie I completely forgot about to put on this list. So at the end of this, I'll add those 2 movies. All right. Is there any other? Dude, I'm forgetting a lot of horror. The Watchers. Wow, there's more than I thought there was. Okay. Anyways, my comparison with Your Monster was that Lisa's not likable, where Melissa Barrera in Your Monster is very likable, and the other characters are unlikable. Where all the only likable character in this movie had a lot of stuff. So it's a bad movie in my opinion. Not awful. I didn't like the movie at all. I'd say like it's right here. I really did not like your Lisa Frankenstein. I stayed on that one for longer than I thought. Longlegs, also known as one of the scariest movies I've seen. Very scary. Nicolas Cage gives a terrifying performance. So good in this movie. And rewatching it, I didn't even realize this the first time. There are sequences where you just see the devil pop up in the background. Like just a shadow of the devil. Like, I didn't even realize that. It's so cool because the way the movie's shot by Osgood Perkins, which we got another Osgood Perkins movie coming up here with the monkey soon. But it's shot where every character is center frame and you got all this open space. So you're constantly looking at the open space. I noticed quite a bit in that first watch. Second watch was even better. Very creepy. Very great third act of the movie. All the satisfying reveals. So Longlegs, just a terrifying movie that has all the effectiveness that you want out of it. It's going in the great category. I'll probably put it here. I think Longlegs is good there. I think it's better than Totally Killer, honestly. There we go. All right. it's better there. Like, that's not a diss on Totally Killer, but Longlegs, really good, really creepy movie, goes there. So now we got our last, I believe it is my last terrifyingly awful movie, which is Maxine, which honestly, these movies just piss me off because they mess up the franchise. I think Maxine is a worse movie than that. There. All right, we'll put it right there. It's my third worst on this list. It's not good whatsoever. The story just dull and boring and kind of like has this slasher vibe to it, but nothing ever happens. You're just following the characters while there's creepy stuff happening, but it's not actually creepy. Then you get Kevin Bacon, and he's just randomly in the movie for the story. And then you get to the actual slasher plot of the movie, and just kind of like, okay, why are we going in this direction? Why is this the direction we're going with? And then it just gets so goofy and stupid, and like someone's getting the arrow in their eye and we're cracking jokes. Has like 10 different vibes to it. Nothing is satisfying about the movie. I haven't even seen Pearl because I watched this before and just turned me off on Pearl. X was a very good movie. Maxine was just like, what is this movie? It is not good. It is terrifyingly awful. Night Swim is a mid movie. I would compare it to Imaginary, but Imaginary has a little less things that I like. This movie did have Wyatt Russell being creepy and a more unique third act that I did think was working or did work for the movie and an interesting lore. The rest of the movie, however, is just kind of like, okay, yeah, it's there. It's there. It's a mid movie, but we're there. It's just that kind of movie. So it's mid. I would call it mid. I'd say it's better than Cuckoo, Megan, Y2K. I did enjoy this movie. It's just more of the mid side. Yeah, you know, I'll put it here. I'm satisfied with where I'm going to put that. And last one before we take a break. So if you're watching, leave a comment. And again, if you're watching this in the archive, I have the list of the tier list down in the description. If you do it, you tag me on Twitter under, I think my Twitter username is still Zachary Movie Chat, just because I didn't want to create a new Twitter account because I got some great people following me on Twitter. But I'll tell you that after I do Nosferatu. But again, make sure to tag me Twitter, Instagram. I will answer my DMs on Instagram, TikTok, anything. So if you ever have movies or anything you want to talk to me about, I will answer. Not that popular. Like I said, I only got 94 subscribers. But still, leave your questions. Make your own tier list. Nosferatu is really good. I saw this with my best friend and his girlfriend, and I got clowned for liking the movie because they both hated it. I thought it was really unique and good because I've never seen any of the other Nosferatu movies, but apparently this one is just like the same thing as them, but just with Robert Eggers' direction, some great performances, some creepy things. I actually like the design of Nosferatu, of Skarsgård, who just disappears into the role. Thought it was unique, thought it was interesting, and thought it was a good movie. It does have some pacing issues, but actually I think it's above a scary good movie. I think it's a great movie. I really like Nosferatu, and I still get clowned by my friends for liking the movie. I'll probably put it above Army of the Dead. I think it's good here. I don't think it's a perfect horrific movie or like as good as these movies here, but I will put Nosferatu right here. All right, break time. If you got any questions, leave them down below in the comments, and I will answer them. I'm out of Celsius, out of water too. I'm not going to run up and get some, though. I'm good. How many more movies do I got here? While I'm waiting on anyone to send some questions, I am actually going to put some more movies in the tier because I'm like an idiot and completely forgot. The Substance. Completely forgot to put The Substance in the tier. The Substance. What else do I have that I didn't put in? Oh, Your Monster and The Watchers. Edit. Oh, you guys can see that. Remember, guys, send in any questions. I did not want to do that. All right, I want that. Okay, so you're telling me I have to put them in one at a time? Really? That's stupid. You know what? I'll do that here in a minute. I'll add those to the end. I don't want to go back and keep doing it over and over again, you know? All right, questions. I'll go for another minute until we dive back into the tier. Actually, I'll probably go wait a few more minutes so I can let my brain refresh before we dive into the next couple ones. See, it'd be so much easier if I had a mouse about right now. Boom. Boom. All right. We got the 3 movies I completely forgot about. Added to the tier. Questions, anybody? Questions? I'm going to take favorite Chris Pratt movie. That is a very good question. I'm going to eat some chips. Then I'll answer this. I should have eaten lunch before I went live because now I'm really hungry. All right. All right. What's my favorite Chris Pratt movie? Let's look at his movies, okay? Is this volume 3? Amazing movie. Good movie. I wouldn't consider this a movie. It's more of a special. He was in that for like a minute. He's in the Jurassic World movies. I love the first Jurassic World. I love not Infinity. I do love Infinity War, but I wouldn't call him the main character. I love the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Lego movies, great. He's actually in a lot of great movies. That's a good question. I think I'm stuck between Jurassic World or Guardians of the Galaxy. Probably go Guardians of the Galaxy. I think I'd say Guardians is my favorite Chris Pratt movie. But Jurassic World is great. The third Guardians movie is amazing. Lego movie is really good. So he's got a fantastic filmography that I think is highly underrated, honestly. All right, let's dive into 10 more. What did I say? We'll end up at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. We'll end up at Clown on a Cornfield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. One that's not in a franchise. That is okay. My favorite Chris Pratt movie that's not in a franchise. Okay. Oh, shoot. I forgot about Onward. But that's not live action. That's animation. I wouldn't consider Onward part of a franchise because it's a Pixar movie. Probably Onward. Like, it's a 5-star movie. Makes me cry every time just because of the emotions of being a bigger brother. It's amazing. The brotherhood stuff. Like, this is my brother that I'm answering the question about. It makes me cry. Like, the movie is, it's amazing, dude. I would say Onward. Tomorrow War was okay. Lego Movie's part of a franchise, unfortunately. Can't pick that. Yeah, I'd say Onward. Say Onward would be my favorite. All right. Next 10, ending at Clown in a Cornfield. Halloween Kills. How long have I been live? I've been live for almost 2 hours, and I feel like I've been live for 20 minutes. Like, I don't know why. Halloween Kills, much better than Halloween Ends. It's not as good as Halloween 2018. Excuse me, everybody. But it's probably the most fun out of all these movies because you just have Michael Myers going through the town slashing people up. I get it. The script's not all that good. They just go, evil dies tonight like 155,000 times. I get it. I get why somebody might not like this movie. I really do enjoy this movie. I find it to be one of the most rewatchable ones in this franchise. I'd go great with it, honestly. Like, either that or like the very top of Scary. I think I'd go very top of Scary Good. Oh, not that's the bottom. I think I put that above Strange Darling. There we go. Very top of Scary Good. Just because like these ones in the great tier, Army of the Dead to Abigail, better than Halloween Kills. Halloween Kills is more like a guilty pleasure of mine. Oh shoot! I gotta share my referral link real quick, just in case anyone. There we go. There's my referral link. There we go. So if you want to stream and you're watching this back, you can check my referral link and get $10 off. Smile 2. I made a video at the very beginning of this channel talking about how it should be nominated for Oscars, and I still stand by it. One of the most scary movies I've ever seen. Like, I get it. Oh, he's scared by Smile. But yeah, the stuff they do with visual effects, the stuff they do with manipulating your mind, all perfect stuff. Sky Riley, Naomi Scott, very fantastic performance in the movie. She's a very likable character that you understand why people wouldn't work for her because, you know, she is this rehab, the person that just got out of rehab, you know, and it just makes all the sense in the world. Very, 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 very good movie. Very, very scary movie. And the ending of that movie was awesome. JD talks in the chat, you know, he was scared of the movie. He was mad at me for, you know, forcing him to go and do this movie with me. But for me, this is one of the scariest movies of the decade. This is one of my favorite movies of the decade. So I think it goes up in horrific. It goes above Evil Dead Rise. I think it even goes above Nope. I think, no, not above Talk to Me. I think right now it's number 2 out of all of these movies. So I loved Smile 2. Speak No Evil is a movie I think I would love if I didn't see the trailer because it feels like the movie just has extended scenes from the trailer because the trailer showed too much. It is a very good movie. It's a very good thriller. James McAvoy is insane. My best friend thinks this is one of the best movies of the decade. He loves this movie. He hates me because I don't think it's the best movie ever. It is a scary good movie. That third act gets so creepy. Like I said, James McAvoy is amazing. He has a great performance as always. Intense moments, but the majority of the movie is just kind of like watching extended sequences from the trailer. It kind of feels like I was just rewatching a movie, rewatching a good movie, but rewatching a movie. Speak No Evil is good, but it's frustrating what they did with the marketing of the movie. I'd say Speak No Evil, not to piss my best friend off or anything, better than X. Probably put it behind The Invisible Man. I think it's good right here. Should I move Renfield down? I think I will. Yeah, I think Renfield's good there. I think this works better as a ranking here. Okay, Speak No Evil right here. It's a good movie, not a great movie like a lot of people say. Or like my best friend says, rather. A lot of people think it's good, just like me. Terrifier 3 is a great movie. It's my introduction to the franchise. It's got the terrifying moments, the gory moments, everything that you love out of a movie like this. But also just moments that make me squirm, make me want to throw up. great moments with a Christmas vibe to it. And the way the movie ends is awesome. And it feels like a 80s Christmas movie inside the Terrifier franchise that is just really, 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 really freaking scary. It is the best of the franchise by far for me. I wouldn't go horrific because these are like 10 out of 10, 1,000 out of 1,000 movies. I'd go Terrifier 3 at the top of great, though. I think I'd put it here. I don't think it's as good as -1. I don't think it's as good as Abigail, but I think it's satisfying putting it here. The first Omen was one I was really frustrated with because, like, I saw Immaculate and it just seems like a longer, less interesting version of Immaculate. I think the movie that you see first out of these is the one you're going to like. Now, the third act goes crazy, goes insane. It's really entertaining, but, like, the first half of the movie is just boring. I was kind of bored. Like, okay, yeah, we get it. We get it. Get to the cool stuff. Get to the scary stuff. And so I just ended up being like, okay, that's kind of mid. I'll put it at the top of creepily mid bad. I think it's better than all of these movies. But, like, a lot of people were saying, that was a weird noise. A lot of people were saying it's one of the, like, it's an amazing movie. I don't feel it at all. I feel like it's mid. Strangers Chapter 1, another very big hot take for me. I think that it's a good movie. I get it. A lot of people don't. I feel like the script is awful. The characters are stupid. Makes no sense whatsoever in what the characters are doing. And it's very frustrating. You just want to scream, hey, look around. It's not that hard at the screen. But I found that the stuff with the strangers breaking into the house is very creepy, very effective, and just kind of thrilling at some moments, while just being kind of like a guilty pleasure for me. I am kind of anticipating the Strangers Chapter 2. Again, another one I'm on the other side that a lot of majority of people are. I put it in scary good. I think it's better than Exorcist Believer, probably better than The Nun 2, better than Elevation. I think it's good here. I think the Strangers Chapter 1, I'm satisfied with it going right here. Time Cut is the bad version of Totally Killer. Totally Killer was a fun movie. Time Cut was just kind of like Totally Killer. If you didn't have any likable characters, it wasn't fun. The story made no sense, and the kills weren't good. So it's a bad movie. I'd say it's probably right here. I'd say I'm satisfied with putting Time Cut right there. Totally Killer, but from Temu, and just a crappy version of Temu. Didn't like it. Trap, which is the best M. Night Shyamalan movie for me. Why did the air vents scare me? What the heck is going on? Hello? Did you guys hear that? Why does that keep scaring me, bro? It's like 2 in the afternoon. Why am I so jumpy? I think it's windy outside maybe, and I don't lock that door, you know, like the door keeps flying open, you know. Okay, I don't know what I was scrolling Facebook for a second. The door opening kind of got me to jump. All right, lock in. When I said Knock at the Cabin is one of the best M. Night Shyamalan movies, Trap is the best M. Night Shyamalan movie. I get it. A lot of people are frustrated with ending. Lady Raven isn't all that compelling of a character. The actress, M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, isn't all that great of an actress. But I found the first half of the movie to just be very thrilling, very investing, and making me be like, that is very good. I am so intrigued and on the edge of my seat the whole time. And then the second half of the movie is kind of like, okay, how's this going to wrap up? Never made me lose interest like a lot of people did. So a lot of people, there are quite a bit of people that are like, Trap is not good. But then there's just like the people that think Trap is awesome, just like me. I don't think it's horrific, just again, because these are top tier. But Trap is a really great movie. It's going to be at the top of great. It's the best M. Night movie. I don't see any other movie knocking it down. It was really, really good. I probably put it, yeah, I'm satisfied with putting it right here. That's a good placement. What's my top 10 so far? It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so starting with Scream 5, that would be my top 10 horror movies out of the 2020 so far. Bring Her Back is going to go in the great category. I love this movie. I thought it was one of the most scared I've ever been. The reason I'm doing this live stream, it made me puke. It made me cry just because I found it was so scary in what it did. With that said, would I recommend it to anybody that's not like a horror freak like me? No. Would I ever watch it again? Probably not. So Bring Her Back it's a great movie, but like what they do again, Philippo Brothers, masters of horror. I think they push it too far sometimes in this movie though. But it's a nice discussion of grief. It's a nice discussion of all that. I think it's really effective in that aspect. I don't see myself ever watching it again. That's the only reason I can't put it in this top tier, or else it would be. But again, the Philippo Brothers are really good. Um, above that, probably I think I'm satisfied with putting Bring Her Back right here, just because like it is such a scary movie. But like I'd rather revisit probably any movie besides from like say Arcadian Down over Bring Her Back, honestly, just because of the way it made me feel. It's like a terrifying roller coaster ride, but like a really, really terrifying one. All right, last movie before I take a break. Clown in a Cornfield is a scary good movie. The first half of the movie just kind of like this predictable, generic slasher movie. Second half of the movie, really fun, adds everything I wanted this movie to be. Fun slasher and a great theme that they explore in the movie. So I thought it was scary good above Saw X. Behind that. I'd say it's better than Terrifier 2. I'd say I'd put Clown and Cornfield better than Terrifier 2. It's a good movie. It is a pretty good movie. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll end at Wolfman, and then we'll take another break. Actually, we're taking a break now, but then we will be back. All right, I got to run to the bathroom. Got any questions? Go ahead and shoot them in. What's up? Sorry, I was sitting here for a minute. I was watching a Young Sheldon clip. I'm hungry. So. These are some of the best Doritos. The barbecue, the purple bag, and normal Doritos are the best. All right. Any questions? Any questions, anybody? All right. What is this over here? All right, I don't know what that means. All right, Jacob Dollar said, what comedy movie? Ace Ventura. Pretty easy. Ace Ventura. I mean, it's so funny, so iconic. White Girls, really good as well. Matt's up there. But Ace Ventura, by far, has to be my favorite. All right. Oh, boy, I almost got a StreamYard. All right, what did I say we end out? Wolfman? Companion, my current favorite movie of the year, but it's possibly going to change if I rewatch Thunderbolts or Sinners for a fourth time. Companion, really, really good movie. I had no idea what the movie was about, and I was instantly in on the movie already just because of the people involved, but I had no idea what the movie was about. And then when I learned what the movie was about while watching the movie, my jaw was on the floor and turns into a great time. I still don't want to spoil it just in case anyone hasn't seen it. I just want someone to just be so shocked like I was. It is a great movie. I don't think it brings it up to the horrific category, but it's high up here on the great list. I think last year was one of the best years for horror. So, I think I'd have to put it here just because I think these three movies right here were better. But I'm happy with putting Companion here. It is my favorite movie of the year, and it's just such a fun time. I swear that Malignant was not up next. Or maybe I'm just tripping. Anyways, Malignant. It's a James Wan movie. Came out a couple years ago. I checked it out this past October for the first time. And the movie's first act is so confusing. And then when you get to the second act, it gets so much more confusing. And then you get to the third act, you start getting more answers and what's actually going on. And it makes you want to be like, hey, that makes all the sense in the world. I kind of want to watch it again with a new perspective. So I did, and it's still a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. I had a great time with it. I think I'm going to hold it back from putting it in the great category just because it's a little bit frustrating, those first two acts on the first watch. But what it does in the third act is really good. It's up in the scary good category. Probably above that. What's that? Thanksgiving? Probably above Thanksgiving too. Probably above Strange Darling. I think it'll go above Strange Darling. Screw it. You know what? It's the best movie in Scary Good. I don't want to put it in great because it is a little bit frustrating to watch sometimes, but it's good in the Scary Good category. The top is Scary Good. Drop, not really a horror movie. It's a thriller movie, but it's Christopher Landon's latest film. I'm not a big Christopher Landon guy, but I was looking forward to this one because it's a thriller. I love thrillers, had an interesting premise, and it did not disappoint. It does have a little bit of that extending reality, extending your belief because of what the boyfriend does and kind of like how he doesn't just ditch on this date like the first 5 times she runs to the bathroom. But, it's still thrilling. Found the reveals to be good, edge of your seat stuff in this movie. So it's a really good movie. I'd even say it's a great thriller movie. I'm good putting it right here. It is a great thriller movie, and it just works as one of the best thrillers of this decade so far. It did not disappoint me whatsoever. Final Destination Bloodlines, our latest Final Destination film that I've seen with my best friend. I actually have a podcast out about it, and episode 2 of our podcast is probably going to be out tomorrow. I'm hoping I get editing majority done today. But for now, Final Destination Bloodlines, best one of the franchise. It is a great movie. I'll put it right here in the bottom of the great category. You care about these characters. You care about this family. It's actually the one movie where you don't want to see all these characters die because you care about them. And then when they do die, you actually feel the pain from this character and feel the family. There are some great kills in this movie. It has the best kills of the franchise. The opening premonition is the best of the franchise. So Final Destination Bloodlines, while I didn't love the franchise, I found a lot of the movies to be a little bit frustrated. This one by far, this one and number one, kind of combined together to be my personal favorite of the franchise. I really, really, really enjoyed Final Destination Bloodlines. Heart Eyes, which is another horror movie that released this year. It's kind of like a slasher. I went to the press screening of it. It's a very fun movie, very fun slasher in the vein of Scream, Thanksgiving. Very fun movie. So, like, I don't know if I think I'd put it in Scary Good as well. I think I'll keep it. Like, it is kind of frustrating sometimes because, like, the way the characters react to certain things, but still, it's also got a romance that you really, really care about. So that just kind of elevates it. I don't find the twist to be super compelling, but just when you get this horror slasher stuff, I love slasher movies. This is a really, really fun one with a romance that really works. I think I liked it a little bit more than Thanksgiving. It's on the same tier as Thanksgiving. It's going right here. Sinners. I think, you know what? It's a truly special movie. It's not there. It's got to go in the horrific category. It is just a truly special movie. That first half of the movie is just so investing and so entertaining, where you get all the cool dialogue, you get characters you care about with cool world building. And then with the stuff in the juke joint, the stuff that they do with music, the stuff that Ryan Coogler does as a director is perfect. I don't think the vampire stuff is near as fun as the rest of the movie. That's the only reason it holds it back from being like best movie here, is that the vampire stuff, and it's weird because it's stuff I was looking forward to, and I left the movie liking the characters and what they do with that aspect much more than I like the vampire stuff. Vampire stuff is very fun. It's just not as good as the other stuff. The other stuff is all-timer stuff. That's what puts it in the horrific category. And the vampire stuff is still really fun. And then it has like one of the best sequences ever, where the juke joint scene where they're in the juke joint and they're dancing and you get the flashbacks of music and stuff. And watching this on IMAX kind of changed my life. Like, not changed my life. Not that dramatic, but like changed my perspective on film. It's great. Then we got The Gorge, another horror movie that released this year. Actually, all of these released this year, didn't it? The Gorge, The Monkey, The Woman in the Yard, Wolfman. Yeah, these next 4 released this year, and then we don't have a single other one that released this year. The Gorge is a pretty good movie. I found the romance to be very compelling between Miles Teller, Anya Taylor-Joy. The action in this movie was pretty fun. I just wish we had more of the Gorge stuff when they head into the Gorge. It's only like 45 minutes of that, where the majority of the movie was about the romance. I wish we had more of the Gorge stuff because the movie was very good when we're with the romance, and it is good when we're in the Gorge. I just wish we had a little bit more of that. The movie is still pretty good, though. It is still very good. Where do I want to put it on here? Probably put it here. I'm satisfied with The Gorge being here. It's also directed by Scott Derrickson, so you know, like, the visuals of the directorial style is going to be really impressive, and it really was. All right, The Monkey, one of my most anticipated of the year. Unfortunately, it's going in the creepily mid/bad category. It's better than that. Oh, no, not good. It's better than Megan, better than Y2K, better. Okay, so it's pretty high up on the creepily mid/bad category just because of the kills. Just because of how fun, I'm satisfied with putting it there. Just because of how fun the kills were in this movie. Bloody, gory, fun. the overall story was really weird for me. Like the story between the brothers, just not compelling whatsoever. What they do in that third act is really weird, goes directions that I don't think work whatsoever. So when you get the bloody kills, it's a lot of fun. There's some funny moments in the movie. I just don't think it fully taps into the stuff that I wanted to love about this movie. Funny moments. It's just not top tier, and I left the theater kind of disappointed. It's a mid movie. But the kills still all-timer. If we're ranking all of these movies off the kills, it's up and horrific. Like, it is really fun. Hey, if you want to see me rank the movies based off the kills, I'm not going to do that. But yeah, Woman in the Yard. It's going to be a very not weird, a very, what is the word I'm looking for? Controversial opinion of mine. Woman in the Yard goes up in great. Probably right there. I'm satisfied with there. I was invested this entire time. I like the characters. The movie is about mental health. And if you know me, movies about mental health and discovering themes about suicide, something that works for me in films because of personal backstory with it. So when they explore suicide, mental health issues in this movie, and what they do in that third act, it's depressing. It's sad. Like, it's so sad. And then in the ending where you think you get the victory, and then that final shot, which apparently they're like put out 2 different versions of the movie. So it just depends on how you interpret the movie. Like, it's sad, it's very depressing, and I think it's an effective look on mental health and depression. Thought it was a great movie. Great. Which I was not looking forward to it. I only went because obviously I'm a film critic. Blumhouse movies are frustrating. This one is the best in years. It is a great movie. All right, Wolfman, Leigh Whannell, looking forward to it because I like The Invisible Man. Upgrade's a very good movie. His Insidious movie is pretty good. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to put it pretty bad. Better than Imaginary, better than Time Cut. I think at least Frankenstein's a little bit better than it. Wolfman, very frustrating. The pacing is very off. Like, it's very slow. You don't get any of the action you want. And then when we do get to the action, I'm just kind of over the overall plot of the movie. The pacing just really off. I was very much looking forward to this movie because of the Wolfman action. It just kind of left me like, okay, that was not at all what I expected the movie to be. That was way more frustrating than it was. Left the theater like, not the biggest fan, which sucks because this is my first ever press screening I've ever went to. And I just left the movie like, yeah, nah, not my thing. So it goes down here. What's my bottom 10 so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so Lisa Frankenstein starts my bottom 10. Cool. We got 1 live viewer. We're going to take some questions now. If you got any questions, this is the last break we're going to have before we round out the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 movies that we got left on the Zach D Films horror films from the 2020s tier list. This is a lot. I want to know how many movies I ranked today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78 movies. Woo! I'm going to rank 78 movies by the time this live stream is done. So any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? I'm going to show off a couple steelbooks I have. A couple of new steelbooks that my mom bought me at Barnes & Noble yesterday. Shout out to my mom. She's frustrating sometimes, but I love her, and she's awesome. She's an awesome mom. You know? She got me 2 of John Carpenter's steelbooks. I think these are pretty new, too. Escape from New York 4K Steelbook and They Live 4K Steelbook. These are really cool designs. They've instantly shot up some of my favorite physical media items I have, and I'm very excited to check these movies out. So shout out to my awesome mother for getting those for me. All right, questions. Shoot me your questions. Hey, the New York Mets, my baseball team, has a rainbow cookie egg roll. So good. Question, sports, movies related? I'm going to answer this anyways because nobody even asked it. What is going on here? Bruh. Anyways, who do I think is going to win the NBA Finals? I think the Thunder is going to win it in 7. I am diehard rooting for the Pacers. I'm not a diehard Pacers fan, not even a Pacers fan, but I would love to see the Pacers win this NBA Finals. The answer to the question nobody asked. Any more questions? We'll give it another minute, and then I'll dive in to the final 8 movies on this tier list. All right. Any questions? Mom also got me this, It is a Mad Spoofs movie classics featuring Jaws, The Exorcist, Scarface, Home Alone, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Grease, and many more. Let's open this up. Let's see what I find. The Sixth Sense. At the movies. What's that? Raiders of Lost Art. It's kind of cool. It's really cool. All right. No more questions. We're going to wrap this tier list up, baby. Spiral from the Book of Saw. Not my favorite Saw movie, not by a long shot, but I thought it was fine. Third act again didn't quite do it for me, but some cool kills in here. Chris Rock, fun as always. So I think I'll put it here. I think it's worse than Saw X. I think Saw X is a little better, but yeah, I think The Exorcist Believer, The Nun 2, Elevation, all that's better than Spiral from the Book of Saw. So I'm fine with putting it at the bottom of Scary Good. The Black Phone is a movie I was very much looking forward to, and I was a little bit disappointed with the movie, but it's still pretty good. Just don't find it top tier. Ethan Hawke, phenomenal as the grabber. Very creepy. Can't wait for The Black Phone 2, of course, because just he looks awesome. Excuse me. Cool supernatural stuff, cool creepy stuff in the movie. Pacing is just a little off for me, and they do a little bit too much with like the God stuff, Christianity. The sister can see things, and I thought that was pretty weird. But it's a good movie. It's not a great movie. Probably put it above Saw X, honestly. Yeah, I'm fine with it being right here. Black Phone is good right here. The final movie that is going to be in Horrific today is Barbarian, and I probably will end up putting Barbarian probably above Nope. I'm satisfied with Barbarian being number 3. It's hard to rank these because these right here are just all-timer movies. Barbarian is a great movie. It is so scary. The beginning of the movie, I was already invested in the movie. I was interested in what was going on. And then that third act, what they do there, just the creepy stuff. One sequence where they go down and all of a sudden someone's running at you. And it's just an all-timer sequence. And then the third act is just absolutely insane. It's scary. The creature design is awesome. Zach Kreger, the direction of this, is directing the new Resident Evil movie, top of my most anticipated list, and Weapons that is coming out this year that I cannot freaking wait for just because of how much I love this movie. I'm hoping I get another horror movie to add to the horrific tier. Barbarian's great. It's number 3 on this list. The New Mutants, it's a Marvel movie. Again, second Marvel movie on this list, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll probably put it right here. I'm good with it being at the end of Scary Good as well. The New Mutants it's a good movie. I like the characters. I like some of the action sequences in the movie, and the smiling men are kind of creepy. Third act, again, it's another movie that the third act doesn't fully come around for me, but it's decent enough. I think it's better than the first Omen, but not by much. It's going in Scary Good, though. And then we got Predator, Killer of Killers. This is the most recent movie I saw out of any movie ever. And I did enjoy it. You know, it's an anthology movie. I'm not an anthology fan. I'm not really the biggest Predator fan. And I really, really like this one. I gave it 4 stars. This first time I'm ever talking about this movie too. So I do plan on releasing a TikTok today of my review of that. So again, go follow my TikTok. But the movie has some great animation, has some great action. I find that all 3 of the stories that we follow in the anthology, like even without the Predator, I think they'd be cool stories by themselves. So I thought that was really cool. I love the animation, love the action. And then the third act just expands the Predator lore. Some awesome stuff that they do here. It's satisfying. It also leaves you wanting like 10 more of these anthology movies. So surprising enough, for a movie that I wasn't looking forward to until I saw the trailer like 2 minutes before watching the movie, going in the great category. Probably at the end of the great category. I don't think it's as good as all these movies, but it goes in the great category. It is a really good movie. Your Monster. 3 more. Black Phone is actually top tier, according to my brother. Top tit, apparently. But you know, we all have our different opinions. I mean, you thought FNAF. What were your opinions earlier? Can I even scroll up on the comments? I cannot. Oh well. Your Monster, I really did enjoy it. You know, the first 2 acts, I thought it was really investing romance between her and the monster. I am a theater kid. Well, I was until I quit theater. So, like, the theater stuff they do in this movie is really cool. And then the third act, you know, when I compare this movie to Lisa Frankenstein, where the monster kills everybody in the end, it's different because this is a main character we actually care about, and everybody else are kind of dicks. Where in Lisa Frankenstein, it was kind of opposite, where you don't care about the main character. You care more about everybody else except the mother character over Lisa in the movie. So this movie I just thought was really cool, really fresh, and just an overall very fun horror romance movie. So again, another movie that's going in the great tier, above Final Destination Bloodlines, probably behind Army of the Dead. I'm good with Your Monster being right there. The Substance is Scary Good. I would probably put it in mid after that first watch, but then I saw it during my Oscar marathon with my brother, and I honestly got into it a lot more. I think mainly because of the fact that at that time I was all about the gym rat body, like focusing on my body. So I kind of think like a month later after I watched it, it kind of adhered to me more. Saw some very creepy body horror, some disgusting stuff. I think that third act gets a little bit too weird, a little bit too wacky, but the point that this movie tries to make, it's really effective, and it's a story that I think everyone needs to see. So I liked it a lot. It's going in Scary Good, top of Scary Good, probably above Strange Darling, honestly. Actually, I'm putting it above Halloween Kills as well. Substance is going right here. And finally, The Watchers, the final movie that we're talking about today. The Watchers is going to go on Scary Good. I think it's better than The New Mutants, better than Spiral. I'm good with putting The Watchers right there. The characters aren't all that interesting, but the overall story was very interesting. The twists and turns I thought were really good, and I thought the ending of the movie, again, another movie that people think wasn't a satisfying ending, I think it was satisfying enough. So I thought the movie worked, and it's M. Night Shyamalan's daughter's directorial debut. So there's that as well. So there we have it. This is every horror movie released in the 2020s that I have seen, tier ranked. My least favorite is Old. My favorite is Talk to Me. This is really cool. Really cool list here. I got to take a screenshot real quick. Boop. Took the screenshot. Shoot, I got to save it. Boop. And that is going on Twitter. That is going on Twitter. All right. 2 hours and 33 minutes. Thank you guys for watching this live stream when you're here. Shout out to my brother for staying the whole time. I really appreciate every single one of you. And, you know, with that said, stay tuned for the next one. John Wick ranking coming out today. Go follow the podcast at B Tier Podcast. I forgot what we called it real quick. It is a really interesting episode. Next one. A lot of fun, a lot of laughter, a lot of complete stupidity by two teenage boys. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much, as always. See you later. Oh, keep forgetting.